The Taliban has understood the power of social media. Over the years, they have realized that the internet is one of the most potent weapons. And therefore, it seems plausible that the renewed Taliban will strive to have an expansive presence on social media platforms. But the question is, will tech giants like Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube allow them to host content on their services? We explored that in our next story.
On August 17th, Facebook confirmed it will continue to ban Taliban content from its platforms as it considers the group to be a terrorist organization. The company also said that it has a dedicated team of Afghani experts to monitor and remove content linked to the group. While the policy applies to all of its platforms, including Instagram and WhatsApp, reports suggest that the Taliban is using WhatsApp to communicate. It even set up a WhatsApp helpline for Kabul residents. This helpline was later shut down by Facebook. In response, at a press conference, Taliban spokesman Zabihullah Mujahid accused Facebook of censorship.
This question should be asked to those people who are claiming to be promoters of freedom of speech, who do not allow publication of all information. I can ask Facebook company.
YouTube, the video sharing site owned by Alphabet Inc.'s Google, has a long-held policy of not allowing accounts believed to be operated by the Taliban on its site. It clearly states if we find an account believed to be owned and operated by the Afghan Taliban, we terminate it. Further, our policies prohibit content that incites violence. While Facebook and YouTube seem to be on the same page, Twitter has a slightly lenient approach. The Taliban has an expansive presence on Twitter. The Taliban's social media presence on Twitter is led by three main figures: Zabihullah Mujahid, spokesperson of the Islamic Emirate, who has over 360,000 followers on Twitter; Dr. M. Naeem, spokesperson for the political office in Doha, Qatar, who has around 240,000 followers; and finally, Suhail Shaheen, spokesman for the Taliban political office in Qatar, who has more than 410,000 followers. Together, these three represent the Taliban's official narrative on Twitter and have over 1 million followers. They, along with other spokesmen, have been consistently tweeting updates about the country's takeover. The microblogging service has long been criticized for failing to remove extremist content on its platform, though it permanently banned former US President Donald Trump for his role in stoking the mob that attacked the US Capitol. About the Taliban's use of the platform, the company points to its policies against violent organizations and hateful conduct, but it doesn't clear how it makes its classifications. This is what Twitter has to say. Twitter's top priority is keeping people safe, and we remain vigilant. We will continue to proactively enforce our rules and review content that may violate Twitter's rules, specifically policies against glorification of violence and platform manipulation and spam. In other words, Twitter doesn't have a blanket ban on the Taliban group, but it takes down individual pieces of violent content. Facebook, Google, and Twitter, all three have been under pressure from regulators and governments worldwide to remove extremist content more rapidly or face more heavy-handed legislation. This debate over whether the Taliban should be allowed to access these platforms also displays social media's growing power in global politics. Should they give a microphone to the Taliban? Right now, they are in the wait and watch mode, looking to global authorities like the United Nations to determine how to classify the Taliban and devise their strategy accordingly.